So yesterday I had a little bit of a freak out and I was thinking I was gonna have to quit my job, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do YouTube because of my classes, but I think I will be able to. I think I'm just gonna cut down on my hours a lot because I was gonna try to work, I don't know, like 25 or like 30 hours while doing my classes, and it doesn't seem like that's gonna work at all. My classes are gonna require a lot of work from me, so I'm gonna be taking a lot of days off of the week to be able to do all my homework and pay attention for class and all that stuff. I think everything's gonna be okay, but I was freaking out yesterday. Like I was on like the brink of like crying and like not knowing what to do. So I have a lot of stuff that happened. You know, I guess we should start with my breakup that I had happen to me. I mostly just want to talk about that, so hopefully this video is not super duper long like the last video. So I was with my girlfriend for 5 years before I started doing YouTube. She broke up with me November 18th, I believe it was, of last year, technically, so 2016. She broke up with me after 5 years. When you're 19, that's, you know, like a fourth of your life or more. So I guess we can start talking about where it all started, and that was basically school. So you saw in the last video, and I told you school is fucking crazy. I was staying up till 2 in the morning. That essentially was a huge part of why we broke up. So I told you essentially like a lot of things had to suffer, and my relationship was one of them. So school was super crazy, staying up till 2 in the morning, and my girlfriend didn't go to the same college as me. She went to a different college that was about 40 or 50 minutes away. The way we'd see each other and like maintain the relationship was on the weekends. So I would see her every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The unfortunate thing about college, I don't know if I really mentioned this in the video, is a lot of the times the work would push over into the weekend. That took me away from her, you know, so I can understand that was super hard for her to try to go through, and especially with her being so far away, it's hard. Like, how are you supposed to be so close with someone that's not there, right? So when homework would push into the weekend, she would basically come down and like just hang out with me doing homework, and I would definitely push to try to do stuff. Like, even if I had homework, I'm like, okay babe, let's go see a movie, let's go hang out with our friends, something. I don't know if it was really that great though. I would say about a month before we broke up, she became super close with this guy that was down towards her school, and I started to express my concerns about this guy because I get pretty protective when I'm a boyfriend, you know. That's the way I am, you know. I like to make sure that my girl is mine. So yeah, so I expressed this concern that I had about this guy. She's like, oh no, don't even worry about it, like he's just a friend or whatever, you know. And then they started to hang out like a lot, and it started to worry me even more. The week before we broke up, we got together, and I expressed the feeling like I felt like something was wrong. I also told her, you know, if this school thing with me, like, this is something I feel like I have to do. I feel like I have to get these degrees and pursue this college career. If you can't handle it, we can end this now. And she said no, which is crazy because I did everything I could that week after talking about it, the fact that we were distant, and I did everything I could that week to get all my homework done. I stayed up till 4 in the morning, like 2 days in a row, getting all my homework done so we could have the weekend. And she texted me. She was barely texting me like all day, and said, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand, because it wasn't like her to do that. She never did that to me before. We would text all the time. She sent me like 3 texts like all day, and then she sends me a text that says, hey, like, I'm not coming down, I need to think about some things. And I'm like, okay, well, can we talk? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand, because I didn't know if it was me. I didn't want to jump to conclusions and say like, oh, I fucked up, but you know, I figured like, oh, maybe it could be family, maybe it could be something else, right? And no, it wasn't. It was definitely me. She sent me a text the next day and said, would you like to meet up? And like, by then, like, you fucking know, you know exactly what it was. Like, okay, we need to talk. I'm like, yeah. She's like, when? I'm like, now. And she did this on the day that I was doing a charity event. I just skipped out on the charity event. Because this was super important to me. This was 5 years of my life. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm sure. Like, what the hell? I want to figure out what's going on, because I didn't know if it was me. I didn't know if it was something in our family. You know, as I said, like, I didn't want to like jump to conclusions that it was me, even though that's what it was. So we sat down and talked. The first thing she told me is, she's like, I think we have to break up. And she was crying. She was like, I think we have to end it. And I said, okay, why? You know, and she's just like, she said, I think our relationship is gone as far as it's supposed to go. And I didn't believe that for a second, you know. Like, I'm just like, what are you talking about, you know? And for about 3 hours, I tried to convince her to stay with me, right? Like, let's make this work, let's try. And I told her, I'm like, you didn't even give me a chance to try. Like, I talked about that I felt like we were gonna break up the week before, and I haven't even had the chance to try. I was gonna really try this weekend. She's like, I was a little confused. I was in that shock stage where like, I'm not really affected by it yet, you know, but it was coming. It was definitely coming. And so as I was in shock, I didn't know how to feel. The first thing I did was call my mom, because my mom was obviously super close to my girlfriend. I mean, 5 years, you know. And you know, a lot of people do ask, and like, yeah, like I wanted to marry her. That was something I wanted to do. I didn't think the timing was right with us being in college. It's hard to have a real relationship when you're like 40 miles away from each other. So I didn't want to start off a marriage that way. I thought it was the wrong thing to do. I mean, that day when I was driving to that place, I was actually thinking about buying a wedding ring. Like, I had like $300 in my account. I'm like, what what can I get with this, right? And then I really thought about it. I'm like, is that really what I want? Like something that's gonna like try to fix my relationship like that? Like it's like trying to have a kid to like save a marriage. Like it's just not right, you know? So I didn't want to do that. I really didn't, you know, I really thought about it for a second, but that thought did totally pop up in my mind. I'm like, oh, what if I just asked her to marry me right now? And she already had her mind made up, you could tell, because there was no convincing her. I think she was done, I think a few days after she thought about the fact that I gave her an out for the relationship and she didn't take it. And the sad thing is like the guy that I like spread the concern about, that she said like, don't worry about him, he's just a friend. It's crazy because I told her like, this has happened before. This has happened to me before. In my past relationship, I was dating this one girl. I'm like, you'd be really, I was such a bad boyfriend, and I was just like, you'd be great to date this guy. She's like, no, we're just friends. And then we broke up, and then she started dating him like a week later, and I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking serious? Like, that's stupid. Like, why would you tell me that? And 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks later, it was like confirmed that she was dating the guy. And I'm not trying to play myself as the victim, you know, because I had my part in it too. Like I didn't value our relationship enough to give her more time, right? And I know that like school's a priority, but that was a priority too, and I didn't give it enough love. She like just thought it was okay to start dating someone. And the sad thing is, the second we broke up, she was with her family. She had started Thanksgiving break, and she was posting on Snapchat like all these like happy, like laughing with her family, like, right like the day we broke up, which is fucking crazy. It just hurts so much, you know. I had to still go to school, but she was on break. She was able to stay with her family. Yeah, it was just hard to watch. After about 2 weeks, I deleted her off of Snapchat. Well, I blocked her. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't see her having fun with this guy till 2 in the morning. It killed me. It ate me up inside. And, you know, I said like, oh, maybe they're not dating. And I would check Facebook every day, every fucking day, because I was waiting for because she used Facebook and I never used Facebook, but I wanted to see if she changed her relationship status to like dating someone. But eventually it was confirmed by one of my friends. They told me. Yeah, no, it really hurt. I had a whole month of like depression, seeing her like be all over this guy. And when I see her, it doesn't really hurt. It's just, it's upsetting to see that that's what it turned out to be. Because when we ended the relationship, it felt like it was all my fault. And then like later on, I'm just like, oh wait, like it wasn't. I played a huge role, but she started to like fall for this guy that I already expressed concerns about. She's like, oh no, he's just a friend. And they're still dating, or they're still friends, whatever. But it was hard. I had to continue school, and she was having fun, and she was hanging out with this guy. The relationship now, so when I talk to her, when I text her, it just feels so fabricated and fake. Like when she sends me text messages with like a bunch of like exclamation points, which just feels stupid to me. Like, no offense if she's watching this, because I know she's subscribed to my YouTube. I don't know how active she is on YouTube. But when you do that, like it feels so fake. You're like, hey, exclamation point, how are you doing? Exclamation point. How was your day? Exclamation point. Like it just feels like, why are you so fucking excited? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Right after we broke up too, this is the way that she was talking. Like even a week after. She seemed fine. Completely fine. She's like, oh, I'm doing okay. It's like, no, you're doing fucking great, because you're hanging out with your family. You have this new guy, and I'm here fucking alone. And I don't even know if they were dating. Maybe they were just friends. I don't want to jump to conclusions, and I'm not trying to make her out to be the asshole here. You know, she had it way better off because she broke up with me. Because I didn't know if they were dating or not. That's why I kept checking Facebook, because I wanted to give it time. I'm like, 5 years. That deserves like 2 months of like not dating anybody. And she took 3.5 weeks for what I know of. She could have started dating this guy earlier. You know, from the looks of her Snapchat, I totally feels like they were, because I don't know, I don't really see girls hanging out with guys randomly until 5 in the morning. Yeah, no, it's just sad. Relationship of 5 years ended. I'm doing good now though. So yeah, I mean, between me having a lot of school issues and, you know, that unfortunately affecting my relationship that I had with her, and this was for a while, you know, we made it through a full year of school and summer school, and you know, we were able to make it that far, and we made it about 2 or 3 months into, you know, the second year, and she couldn't do it anymore, you know. And I apologize to her if she ever gets to watch this. I'm sorry for not giving you the respect and love that you needed, but I felt like I was lied to. That's just as simple as that. And again, I'm not trying to make her out to be the bad guy, but I'm just, if I don't tell you how I feel, I'm not being real, right? I feel like I was lied to. I feel like I was not cheated on, but cheated in that sense. I was cheated out of a chance to ever fix the relationship, because she already made her mind up. She didn't even give me a chance to fix things. And if you guys have any questions about the relationship, go ahead and comment. I will be answering any comments that happen. I'm going to be doing this from now on because I love you guys, and I never gave you guys enough love anyways in the comment section, but now I will thumbs up. I will love you. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about my relationship, or if you have any questions about my life recently that you would like me to make a video on or continue to talk about, out, totally, I will be doing that. Just let me know down in the comments and I will get back to you. Make sure to check back on YouTube. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thanks for giving me support. Look out for the Layers of Fear that is going to be going up later today. If this goes up at 2, I believe I'm going to probably upload the Layers of Fear at like 4. So make sure to give that a watch. Please give it one watch. Watch the whole thing through for me. And let me know what you guys think. Anyways, guys, I love you again. Thank you for listening to my breakup story. Yeah, this is Flashy out, guys. Peace!